CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Pastrana and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
Taking a live look outside right now. It was nice to see a little sunshine and those warmer temperatures today, but we are expecting showers and storms this evening ahead of the next cold front. Next Weather meteorologist Cindy Presser joins us now with the details. Cindy?
Yep, here comes the next frontal system. We've had them one right after the next, and this one is going to bring a round of showers, and we could hear rumble of thunder. There are some storms out in the Gulf of Mexico right now, so we're going to keep track of those. So 82 degrees. That's not our high. Our high made it up to 85 today, 1 degree shy of the record. Strong south winds turning to a southwesterly direction now. Still quite breezy. Those winds should die down when the front moves through later on tonight. Temperatures will drop. It's not going to be too cold down here. Very cold in the Tampa area. They're under a wind chill advisory tonight, but that air will be much modified. The front still sitting up by Tampa, so once that moves through later tonight, drier air, cooler air will move in. But look at this, raining again in Fort Myers, 6 to 8 inches of rain yesterday, raining there. Much stronger system up here, but by the time it gets down here to Broward and Miami-Dade counties, we'll just have a few showers left over. At this point, fast-moving shower just moved through Weston up to Coral Springs. Pompano Beach might get in on a little bit of this rain in the next half hour to 45 minutes. And then another batch coming into Monroe County, also moving to the northeast very quickly. So these storms are not sitting. They are moving along with this very strong wind coming out of the southwest now, gusting to 22 miles per hour. So that's going to help move these things along. And because of the gusty, breezy conditions again tomorrow, small craft advisory in effect until from 1 a.m. tonight until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Those winds will back off then, but that includes the Atlantic waters. Could have some gusts up to 25 knots. So tomorrow that front will be to the south. We'll try to get some drier air in here, but just enough moisture to give us clouds. So that's going to be the case. The front stalls out, and because it's still hanging around, we'll have a chance with some showers coming in Thursday into Friday as the front kind of slides back to the north, but allows the next cold front to come in here. So that is going to bring really cool air, chilly air for us this weekend, but that should dry us out pretty nicely. So we'll track these little showers this evening over the next few hours, little bands of them coming in, but again, we won't see the strong storms like they are to the north. It will modify by the time it gets down here, and then overnight those showers will come to an end. So a little bit drier tomorrow. We'll drop the humidity down, then it goes back up again ahead of the next front and then drops again. So really a roller coaster ride here. Temperatures tomorrow should be in the lower 70s, about 72 degrees. Pretty big difference from today's high in the mid 80s, well above average for this time of the year. Here's your forecast. So tomorrow's high 72, 78 on Thursday, back to 82 on Friday, and then this weekend, temperatures dropping into the 50s. That's going to be by Sunday morning.
All right, Cindy, thank you. A portion of US 1 in Fort Lauderdale will be closed in both directions for the next few days because of construction in the area. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten has the details on how it will impact your commute.
So give yourself some extra time. If you're heading into downtown Fort Lauderdale using US 1, take a look behind me here. You can see that the tunnel is closed going into downtown. This is a northbound look that you're getting right now. This is the second time the whole tunnel has been shut down. It's undergoing a major renovation that's been going on since September of 2021. In the meantime, there are detours to get around it. Traffic is being directed onto 3rd Avenue. Depending on what time you're driving, you can see a short delay or one that lasts maybe more than 20 minutes. How frustrating is it as you're trying to get where you're going?
I have to be somewhere at 1 and it's 1:08. And if I would have left with the tunnel being open, I would have been there already.
The tunnel will be closed until 5 o'clock on Saturday. Now, the entire project, that's expected to be finished by the end of May. In Fort Lauderdale, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
Now at 4, members of the community came together calling for change after a teen is shot outside Miami Northwestern Senior High. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner is outside the school with reaction from parents.
First and foremost, this group of activists put a lot of the blame on parents, saying parents should not allow their kids to have access to guns, but they also said they should teach them safety when it comes to guns. They also said state lawmakers and the school can do more to help as well. A teenager is recovering Tuesday. This video captures a fight outside of Miami Northwestern High School after a basketball game Thursday when a student pulled out a gun and shot several times at another student.
I am begging parents, legal guardians, etc., to become more involved in the everyday activity of their kids.
Community activist Tangi Sands Miller said the school needs to do more.
I think that it's time for an upgrade in the security system. The schools can implement a clear book bag policy. But at this point, I truly believe that metal detectors are much needed at this point.
School board member for District 2, Dr. Dorothy Bandras Mendigal, who represents Northwestern, said only one school out of 60 she represents has a metal detector.
Laws are put on the books so we protect everyone, not just some, but everyone.
Longtime NAACP member and community activist Carolyn Boyce said more needs to be done on the state level, too.
I'm not going to ask about taking away the guns, because as we speak, there are multiple millions of guns being produced.
She wants judges and lawmakers to enforce the 1020 life law in Florida that requires judges to implement mandatory minimum sentences to show the community there are consequences to your actions.
This revolving door, they come in at 9:01, 9:10 they're out, 9:30 they're out again, committing another crime.
One person was taken into custody at this hour. The identities of the teens have not been released, but I did reach out to Miami-Dade School Board to see if they had a response to the call for clear book bags and metal detectors, but at this hour, I have not heard back. In Miami, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
We have new details in a fiery crash that left 2 dead and another in critical condition in Biscayne Park. Authorities now say the incident started at another location before the car struck a tree along 119th Street and Northeast 5th Avenue before then smashing into a neighbor's carport and bursting into flames. Police say a man was found dead inside of the vehicle that was on fire on the scene. 2 other men were ejected and 1 later died at the hospital. The other remains in critical condition. Traffic homicide detectives are investigating. CBS News Miami's Nikki Carrero will have more on this story coming up at 5 o'clock. And we'll have more news when we come back. This afternoon, the first contest in the 2024 presidential race is in the books. Former President Donald Trump easily rolling to victory in the Iowa caucuses. While turnout was lower than expected, Trump still became the first Republican candidate to top 50% of the vote in Iowa. Now all eyes turn to New Hampshire and beyond. CBS News Miami's Skylar Henry is in Washington with the latest.
Former President Donald Trump will be campaigning in New Hampshire Tuesday evening, fresh off of a resounding win in Iowa. For Trump, the Republican nomination appears to be within reach, after only 100,000 Iowans have voted so far.
I want to make that a very big part of our message. We're going to come together. It's going to happen soon, too. It's going to happen soon.
Ron DeSantis, who finished second in Iowa, and Nikki Haley, who came in third, did not deliver the surprise showing they were hoping for.
I think Iowa represents a missed opportunity for those who wanted to stop Donald Trump from winning the nomination, especially Nikki Haley.
Dante Scala, a political science professor at the University of New Hampshire, says Haley in particular needs a strong showing next week in the Granite State.
Haley has to convince them that she's the pragmatic choice. The way to do that is she needs some polling that shows that she's still within striking distance of Donald Trump, let's say, by the end of the week.
DeSantis actually made South Carolina his first stop after Iowa, where he took shots at Haley in her home state.
Look, she was governor here for 6 years. Can you name major achievements under her tenure?
Scala says as important as New Hampshire is, South Carolina may be an even bigger stage for the GOP race.
Do you see them sticking around after South Carolina, or do you think they'll pull out?
One way or another, South Carolina is the end of the line for Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, or quite possibly both.
Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson and entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy both suspended their campaigns following the Iowa caucuses. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Haley announced today she would not be participating in Thursday's New Hampshire debate unless former President Trump also took the debate stage, something he has yet to do in this primary season. And make sure to join Jim DeFeeti and Elliot Rodriguez for a CBS News Miami special, Voters Decide, after the Iowa caucuses. They'll break down what happened in Iowa and what it means as candidates take their campaigns to New Hampshire. That's tonight at 7:30, streaming on CBS News Miami, on Pluto TV, and the CBS News app. And on the heels of his caucus win, Trump is attending a New York civil defamation trial. A jury will determine how much money Trump must pay writer E. Jean Carroll for comments he made in 2019 denying he sexually assaulted her. It's the second trial related to Carroll's allegations and Trump's subsequent denials. Back in May, a jury found Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation, awarding Carroll $5 million in damages. And we're working on several stories tonight. Here's what you can expect all new on CBS News Miami at 5. Weeks after Florida's largest teachers union failed to meet new requirements, leaders are now addressing what comes next and what it could mean for Miami-Dade's thousands of educators. We'll have that story and more ahead on CBS News Miami at 5. And the power of CBS News Miami and the CBS News Miami stream always at your fingertips. We're on Pluto TV and it is all free. Or you can find us on your favorite streaming device with the CBS News app, then click on CBS News Miami. And that's CBS News Miami's Quickcast. I'm Lauren Pastrana. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS Miami.